Hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot. For this pick a card reading, we are going to be getting you a message, something you need to hear right now. Your guides are already coming through. There's a lot of amazing messages ready to come through for you. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1 with the tiger's eye, pile number 2 with the Dalmatian jasper, and pile number 3 with the serpentine. If more than one pile calls out to you, there may be multiple messages in each pile for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please remember though, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Hello, Group 1. You guys selected the Tiger's Eye crystal. Let's go ahead and figure out a message, what you need to hear right now. So, we have here the first card, Patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Which, patience. It's kind of a bad word. We just call it the P word around here. It's not a fun word, but it is such a needed word in these times. Patience. We also have here a beautiful uncaging with the number 14. 1 plus 4 adds up to 5. So there are big changes coming in your life. And if that's all you needed to hear, that there are big changes, especially the changes you're wanting to make, just know that little by little, with a step of patience here and a drop of patience there, you really are getting where you want to be. Specifically with this beautiful uncaging card, not only do we have the key, we have the key inserted in the lock, and all that's needed, there's a lot that's needed, I'm sure, but you're turning this lock ever so patiently to unravel or uncage yourself from false constructs or from versions of yourself that no longer work, or from situations, relationships, things that just are no longer serving you. You are allowing yourself the freedom to move on or to free yourself from whatever is holding you back in life. So you're making big changes, maybe even to your destiny, to your career, to relationships, your self-development. I just got this huge rush of excitement, you guys. So those of you who have been really healing, doing that inner work, and just trying to level yourself up every way you can, it's working. Please know that your intentions are everything. When you set an intention to do something, that is like magic. That's like waving the magic wand when you set an intention. Because just going through the motions, say you're creating a meal, you're cooking a meal, just going through the motions to make the meal, and then you eat the meal and the meal's done, you clean up and on with your life. But if you set the intention that this meal is going to fuel you for your manifestations, for your desires, it's going to provide the proper nutrients for your body, for you to be able to master all the things that you want to accomplish and be and become and do and create, there's so much more power behind that meal than if you were to just go through the motions and cook that meal. See what I'm saying? So it's like you're really taking your intentions to a whole other level, you guys, in everything. You don't just have to set intentions when you're cooking, or, I don't know, you have something set up with someone, an appointment or a session, or you can set intentions for literally everything and anything in your life. All right, what else does Group 1 need to know? What do they need to hear right now, please, Spirit? We have here the Keeper of Wands, or the Queen of Wands. This actually came out in yesterday. I think it was yesterday's daily message, at least at the time of my filming. This was yesterday. So some of you might be here from that daily message, or if you want to check that out, I can actually link that specific one below just in case you're watching this at a different time. Very relevant to the situation at hand, where you're really feeling inspired to move forward in a new direction for some of you, but also just to keep going on something you're very passionate and inspired about. This is a creative queen, so this could be a very creative project or something you're wanting to do that is going to utilize some of that creative elbow grease that you've got to make your dream a reality. And then we have the 3 of Coins, 3 of Pentacles. So you don't have to do all of this alone. This is collaboration. This is mentorship. Either you're the one being the mentor or you're the mentee in the situation. And this does not mean you have to go out and find a mentor. Just finding a how-to video on YouTube for something you want to learn how to do, that could be like the apprenticeship or the more mentee energy we're speaking of here. But you're wanting to learn. You guys, what you need to hear right now is you're learning a lot about how to develop yourself, and create the life that you're wanting to live. But again, it's going to take this element of patience as you unfold or unfurl those beautiful petals that you are blossoming into. It's such a beautiful energy. I just wish I could bottle this up and send it to you when you're feeling low or like things aren't lining up the way that you hope they would, because there's so much beauty and excitement and passion here behind all of just what you want to do. All right, what else does group 1 need to hear? And there it is. It jumped at me. That's what I know. We have here sextile and trine with symbiosis, which goes really beautifully with that 3 of Pentacles energy. That's such a symbiotic card. Coming together, collaborating, maybe even working in groups or partnerships. Or if you're wondering, should I work with these other people to accomplish something? Yes, absolutely. We have the number 52 here, which adds up to 7. So this might even have to do with your spirituality. Getting in on some sort of group session or, like-minded group, a mastermind group of people where you can really bounce ideas off each other or help each other in some way is really going to benefit everybody involved in the group. And if you're looking for a group endeavor, I am hosting group healing sessions over on my Patreon, linked in the description below, so check that out if you want to come join our healing circle. It's so much fun. We also have here the number 23, another 5. So we got 14, which adds up to 5, and 23, which adds up to 5. So this is the Jupiter card, all about abundance. So yes, you're working with the energy, the people, the situations that are in front of you, or, in your present moment, to really bring in some beautiful bounty and abundance. This is a very 9 of Pentacles energy. So by working with other people, whether this is at work or in your personal life, or just, going on YouTube and learning from other people in this way, or going online and bouncing ideas off of each other that way, really what it's doing is bringing in a lot of good abundance in your life. And to me, this feels like past life karma. Really good karma coming in to bless you at this time, especially those who have been really feeling like the struggle or just feeling stuck or just not where you want to be in life. Just know your past life deeds are catching up with you in such a good way to where you're going to really be able to unlock everything that you could have even dreamed of. But again, it's going to take patience. It's going to take some time to really put one foot in front of the other and take the action that you're guided to take. All right, so I'm going to get 2 more. What else does the wonderful soul watching group number 1 need to know? What do they need to hear right now, please, Spirit? All right. Group 1, we have Emerald, ceremonies and celebration. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. So yeah, those of you that are having these weddings, graduations, anniversaries, yes, there's a lot of excitement a lot of times associated with these times. But sometimes also a little bit of that kind of bittersweet energy of, leaving one version of you to jump in or start something different or to go in a new direction, which we kind of tuned into at the beginning of your reading. Oh, look at this! We've got your crystal you used to select your pile. I love those synchronicities. Tiger's Eye, self-confidence through God confidence. Yes, this is a sacral, but also solar plexus, mostly solar plexus stone, but although I've seen people wear like Tiger's Eye at the sacral or navel area, which I know navel's a little high above the sacral, but you get what I'm saying. Self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Yes, so if you ever feel bad or down or out, just remind yourself you are a limitless being, a fractal of God, having a human experience right now, and that can really help you get out of your own way, especially those who don't feel worthy or have imposter syndrome with anything you've got going on in life. Just know you are a fractal of God, a fractal of that infinite creator, that source creator that has created and manifested everything. So you are everyone you know, and yourself, and your God, and just everybody. I know that's such a weird thing to wrap our heads around. But when we can realize we are part of the greater whole, it makes us so we don't feel so alone. All right, one closing message for group 1. What do they need to hear right now? Triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. And there's so many spiritual lessons that, you're learning right now. And as I said, learning, Spirit's like, no, they're not learning, they're remembering. So you're remembering this, quite possibly from a past life, but more importantly, from just your true existence, which just is beyond the veil, when you're not incarnated in a lifetime at all, but just being that beautiful soul essence that you are. That is when you can really embody your own divine wisdom. And this is such a joyful energy, jovial old Jupiter. It's very joyful and joyous and expansive and beautiful. And really, you're learning that through some of the, even troubling times in life, that you're really expanding into who it is you came to this planet to be. So it's such a soul purpose energy, with the message that you guys needed to hear today. So beautiful. So thank you so much, Group 1, for checking this out. Please feel free to let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share. I have a live stream channel and a Patreon, both linked below if you would like to check out those platforms as well. Thanks again so much, Group 1, for your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and your donations. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, and I hope to see you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot. All right, you guys, bye. Hello, group number 2. Before we get into your pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you know I have a live stream channel where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week, and also a Patreon with lots of exclusive content over there. Feel free to check the description box below for the links for both of those platforms. But for this pick a card reading, we're figuring out what you need to hear right now. So let's get right into it. You selected the Dalmatian Jasper. And we have this card here, Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. So if there's nothing else you get out of this reading, just know that you are enough, you are amazing, you are magnificent and unique. You are enough. Whatever it is you've got going on, whoever it is you feel yourself to be, you are enough. We have here the storyteller. And of course, we can take this very literally and say that yes, you have a story that is inside of you that needs to be told, either through journaling or blogging or writing a book of some sort, maybe even doing some sort of vlogging or YouTube channel or something like this. There's a lot of wisdom and information and stories that you have to share with the world. Another way I'm really seeing this, that there might have been some stories in the past you told yourself, about life, about how other people feel about you, that just are not true, and you're finding out the truth of these stories, that they are they are stories, they are not true, they are not reality, and you are rising above feeling, maybe imposter syndrome or not good enough, or, having your ego tell you all these things about yourself. Or other people tell you all these things about yourself that just are not true. You're getting a deeper understanding of who you truly are, and it's really blowing your mind in the best way possible. We have the number 17 here, and we have a key. We've got a pen, a quill, and some ink here. So again, just writing out, journaling, writing your story. But this is letting you know you have the key to unlock anything deep inside of you, because to me, this keyhole here in the middle of the book, it's like going to a hidden compartment, a hidden place, which a lot of us, that hidden place within us is our shadow. Also, our inner child is another kind of untapped and hidden place within us that it's sometimes just easier to ignore or pretend doesn't exist. And no, you're being asked to go deeper and deeper and deeper. Taking action, the number 17 adds up to 8. It's all about taking action and this sense of purpose behind your actions. You're not just willy-nilly taking action, but there's a sense of purpose behind the actions you're taking. But also there's some financial abundance, or just abundance in general. Abundance doesn't always have to be cash money, finances, but for you it definitely could be, but also other things are coming in as a result of you telling your story, or, seeking deeper into you what your true story is. All right, so what else does group 2 need to hear right now, please, Spirit? We have here the 3 of Pentacles. This came out in group 1, so I don't know if some of you might be here from group 1. Hello. Or there might be an additional message over in group 1 for you if you choose to check that out. But yes, this collaboration here. And 10 of Wands. Okay. So some of you need to hear this. This too shall pass. Whatever burdens, whatever worries, specifically dealing maybe with a group of people or, someone else, a couple of other people in your life, you're about to be able to put down the burden and the worry with someone else in your life. But isn't this just a beautiful Ten of Wands depiction? Very abundant energy. To me, I'm almost reading these as like bundles of kindling. I know it's the Ten of Wands, 10 little bundles here, but 10 bundles of kindling to get your fire started, right? So as you put down certain burdens, specifically dealing with other people, or this could even be different income streams that you might have. Maybe one of your income streams is taking a lot of your time and effort, but it's not really paying you back the dividends you deserve by putting all this time and effort. So some of you might actually be closing out one of your income streams or a side hustle that's just really not providing you the, and again, it doesn't just have to be money, but the fulfillment, the purpose behind. Maybe it feels more like a chore than an actual pleasure to be doing this thing. And you're just deciding, maybe you don't have to drop it forever, but just for the time being, you're kind of putting down that burden so that you can focus on the things that really are more of a passion for you. So let's see what else wants to come through. But yeah, anyone dealing with some really overburdened energy, situations, relationships, there's a cycle closing out to where you're going to attract to you deeper connections that actually benefit you and the other person. Doesn't mean that every connection in your life has to benefit you in some way, but usually those best connections in our life, they benefit us just by the sake of being the connection in our life, or a connection for us. Our hearts benefit, our souls benefit. That's what I'm meaning. Let's see what else for group 2. What do they need to hear right now? We have here dignified with strength and the number 13. So yes, this is you really tuning into that source of inner strength, going deep within you to discover the truth of the situation, the truth of yourself, the truth of other people. Not to say your truth is other people's truth or vice versa, but you're learning the truth about other people's energy, because I'm just hearing right now, energy doesn't lie. So if you go to someone, you say, are things okay between us? And like, oh yeah, everything's fine, but you kind of don't feel like things are fine, please trust your gut, trust your intuition on it, because the energy does not lie. This person just may not know how to say whatever it is they want to say, or they want to let you down gently in some way, but they don't know how to say it, so they're kind of just, this might even be in a situation where you got ghosted, or you're just not hearing from someone on a consistent basis, that you're putting a lot of effort into the relationship and they're just kind of barely skating along, or the pulse is barely there on it. This doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. This person might be dealing with a lot themselves, but they also have a lot on they just see that they have a lot on their plate. It doesn't mean they're a good person or a bad person, or, they probably should have done, the communication thing with you a little better, or handled it better. But, this is going to pass. So whether this connection just kind of, you go your separate ways, or you do come back together, the energy you're currently in is what's going to pass. So whatever that looks like for you, please use your intuition. If you're, really honing in intuitively on a connection, if you feel you will come back together, if you feel you will go back, your separate ways. We also have here Taurus with cultivate. So such a lovely energy to come in to really help ground this reading for you. You do have that really beautiful earth energy of the Three of Pentacles working together, but there's something you're, again, going back to group 1, if you felt called to group 1, there's definitely additional messages, over there for you, because there's a sense of patience when we get the Taurus card, which is a Taurus sun in Western astrology, Taurus sun, Mercury, and Chiron actually in Western astrology. I can be patient with certain things, but there are other things I don't really want to be patient about. But for the most part, Taurus is a decently patient sign. They're willing to, let's use my brother-in-law as an example. He has a woodworking business, and for over 2 years now, he's wanted to start a YouTube channel, kind of documenting his process in the shop, in the garage, in the woodworking, and but he's such a perfectionist that he hasn't done it yet. He's trying to make all these plans, and but he's very patient with things. He doesn't need to just jump in like that Aries energy of jump in and just see what happens. He's cultivating, he's making plans behind the scenes, really weaving things together to really have a lot of content that he can start putting out, kind of batch editing and batch filming and all that ahead of time. So he's still to this day, the day of my filming, has not uploaded one thing or even created the channel. I don't know if he has or not, but he hasn't posted anything yet. So there might be something you're trying to cultivate or curate in some way, where you're very patiently but yet diligently working towards something, but you haven't launched it yet. This could even be for some of you writing a book, because that's something you're kind of doing a lot of work behind the scenes before that book is published and out in the world. So I really do see there is at least one, maybe two, maybe even more writers, authors watching this, that you're patient, but someday you're going to publish that book. It's very exciting. All right, what else does group number 2 need to hear right now? And there it is. So we have here yellow jasper. It's very interesting because with group 1, we got the card that was there, crystal. We got Tiger's Eye card and crystal. We have Dalmatian jasper, but just yellow jasper here. Jasper is jasper, but yes. We have control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you, especially those of you working in a group. I don't see that this group, maybe in the past or maybe even currently, this group might feel stifling, and that's like what you're wanting to get out of a project or a group and move on with your time for some of you. For others of you, you might be worried because of past control issues where there are other people in a group or just so much going on that you almost feel like your voice wasn't heard or you didn't get to do things your way, and that's why you maybe want to go solo on something. But this is letting you know that if you utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others might try to control you in this situation, that is going to serve you much better than worrying about something that may not even happen. So this is like, don't borrow trouble on anything you're fearing or have any anxiety about. And I know it's easier said than done because we all get anxious. We all get these fears that come up. But try to really lean on your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others might try to control you or take something away from you. And then we have Moonstone with heightened intuition. So yes, your intuition is really going to be on point. Again, so many messages from group 1. You'll just have to check it out if you don't believe me. But yes, heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it is trustworthy. It so is right now. You guys are really in the zone intuitively, and again, tuning into your more extrasensory abilities and gifts might be something that you're experiencing right now. And maybe you're thinking, oh, this can't be true. This has to be like made up or my imagination. No, it's not. Your imagination is beautiful and wonderful, but that is not what's at play right now. This is your intuition. This is your soul coming through to really let you know the truth of, relationships, situations, of yourself as well. So trust your intuition right now. And we also have one more message that group 2 needs to hear is abracadabra with wings. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. So your luck is about to change. This is very Wheel of Fortune, but like top of the wheel. Yes, good things. Closing out those old cycles, those old burdens, laying down those old burdens so you can bring on this beautiful, fresh new energy. Fantastic good luck and fortune that wants to come your way. Lucky chances, new opportunities. I'm shocked now we didn't get a ace. But I was really picturing the Ace of Pentacles in my mind's eye. So here, let me just give you the Ace of Pentacles as part of your reading. There's a divinely inspired opportunity coming in that you can actually ground into the physical reality that you're experiencing right now. Good fortune and lucky chances and opportunities are coming your way, group 2. So that's what you needed to hear. I hope it resonated. Please feel free to let me know below what you thought. Any stories you want to share, Mr. or Mrs. Storyteller, I would love to hear them. And I just wanted to say thanks again so much for your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and your donations. I've gotten a couple donations now, and you guys really don't know how much that means to me. It really does help me keep the channel moving forward, so I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you right here back at Harmony Portal Tarot. Alright, you guys, bye! Hello, group number 3! Before we get into your pick a card reading, I wanted to let you know I have a live stream channel and a Patreon with lots of exclusive content over there. Links for both of those platforms is in the description below. But for this pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out a message you need to hear right now. So you selected the wonderful Serpentine. So let's find out what you need to hear. And you actually got 2 of these little cards instead of 1. So the first card says Inner World. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. And guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. So wow. Specifically with the Uncharted C card that you also have, and the 46, which adds up to 10, which is a brand new, bright opportunity and new beginning for you. It's like you are rediscovering deep aspects of yourself, of your inner world. You know, the inner world really is that uncharted part of ourselves as well, is these deep, dark depths, and, you know, not dark as in evil, but, you know, just dark as in I haven't shed light here yet. And you're discovering things. So you're charting it as you go. So these uncharted areas of you are becoming charted. And you can also use that guidance from your higher self, your guides, your angels, the masters and teachers of the highest realms to come through and assist you at this time. So you guys really are on a self-love, self-development quest right now. And that's kind of been a bit of a theme through all three readings, that everybody is just on this level up. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say you guys are very spiritual, much like the other two piles. That just a lot of people that come to my channel tend to be on the more spiritual side, have your finger on the pulse of your spirit, let's put it that way. So you're really tuned in and aware of, you know, the deeper, darker, and dark not again as an evil, but darker as in no light has been shed here in this lifetime, parts of yourself. You're, you know, making these come to the surface, or you're bringing them to the surface by diving down and bringing them up. So let's see what else Group 3 needs to hear. Message from Spirit, Group 3 needs to hear right now. Yeah, your guides are really working with you right now. They're sending you a lot of angel numbers, signs, symbols, synchronicities. I've got a Dia de Muertos candle here. It's vanilla amber scented. I almost said flavored, but yeah, I'm not eating this. I don't know if you can see the little, you probably can't. But there's little skeletons and skulls with sombreros playing guitars and stuff. So that might be one of the symbols your spirit guides are sending you, is like skeletons or skulls. But the beautiful message in that is that with that kind of death energy of a skull is also that rebirth energy as well. And then we have the Hanged Man and Temperance. And I love, because yes, to me, my guides come through in the Temperance card, and I have a specific guide named Jay. She always comes through as the Temperance energy in my readings. So you have a very beautiful divine feminine guide. Jay herself is very androgynous, but she does lean more into the feminine kind of aspects of, you know, what I would consider, you know, from a human standpoint, what we would consider masculine, feminine, androgynous. But yeah, your guides really are close to you right now. They really are working with you, sending you a lot of signs, symbols, synchronicities, especially those of you who feel stuck. I love that this anchor is upside down, because the fact that it's upside down means it's not holding down your ship and the uncharted sea. I'm just putting this together. Yes. There's no anchor on your ship. You're not being tethered to anything. And if anything, if your anchor is down, it's like the little hooks on the anchor aren't digging into the ocean floor. It is just kind of free floating, I guess you could say. But the hand here, I'm really reading this as like the hand of God. The hand of God has got you, even though you might feel stuck, or just even some of you floating aimlessly without anything to cling to. That could be another way we can interpret this kind of loose anchor here. Wherever you fall on that spectrum, just know you are supported and guided, but not held down or rooted in one place. There is a big shift coming to where you can have, you know, 1 foot in the more physical world and 1 foot in the more spiritual realms, and finding that good balance between. Because if we're just off, you know, this is very Piscean energy, which is beautiful energy, but if we get too caught up in, you know, just beyond the veil, we're not doing what we came here to do by grounding that beyond the veil energy into the material world. So you're being asked to really find a nice balance between the material world and the spiritual world at this time. So let's see what else you're being guided to know or hear at this time. Group 3, what else are they being guided to know or hear at this time? And we have here, look at it. Look at it. We've got Imam Coli with root. We were just saying you're not rooted to one place. Yes, you are, as far as your DNA and your, you know, gravity, or whatever you want to call it, that keeps us, you know, rooted as humans on this planet. Yes, we are rooted in that way, but not rooted to where we can't pick up and bloom somewhere else or plant ourselves somewhere else. And then we have 6th house with sustainability. And we've got the number 44 here, which is a wonderful master number. So one of those master numbers your guides might be sending you is the number 44 or 444. I'm even seeing 144, so I don't know if someone's seeing that, or you've maybe heard of the 144,000 they speak of in the Bible. Maybe you really resonate with that. is of the number 38, 46, and 44. So any of those angel numbers might be relevant to you. Any combination of them that you want to look up for some additional homework, feel free. This is your reading. Utilize it however you would see fit or however you like. But also we add up 3 plus 8. That equals 11, which is very, partnership. It's very twin flame energy. But the first and foremost journey and story of the twin flame is the union of the divine masculine and divine feminine within each of us. That is the true twin flame journey. Of course, we can also see that in other people that are a twin flame or fractal of us as well. But I think what this is mostly talking about for you is the sustainability of your own divinity, your own union of divine masculine and divine feminine, weaving together as the root system for which that inner world can grow and evolve and blossom, with also the guidance of spirit, the masters and teachers in the higher realms, and your higher self coming through. But with the 6th house here, this is having a lot to do with the, traditional 6th house is ruled by Virgo. There's a lot of healing energy here. There's a lot of daily practices. So some of you might be doing a lot of daily healing, or you're trying to integrate more spirituality and healing in your daily routine. But the name of the game for you guys is going down to the depths, down into those dark depths that have not been explored of your inner world, to really uncover what doesn't need to be there anymore, or to shine light and hold space for the places within you that are hurt or ailing. And some of this might be ancestral with the root card here as well. So doing a lot of ancestral research or healing from ancestral wounds, karmas, traumas from the past, generational curses, all of this. And we actually did on, the time of my filming this, it was last month's Patreon healing session, healing circle. We did an ancestral healing circle, and we really went in and cleared a lot of stuff. That is still available for you to watch, and you can watch it more than one time, and every time you watch it, it will help clear another layer, another layer, another layer. I put the intention that this session will really help really get down to the root cause of anything, ancestrally speaking, that is causing you issue in your life. So that is there for you on the top tier of Patreon anytime you wish to partake in that healing session, and you can do it every day or every week or just once, whatever resonates most for you, if you choose to. Actually, I'm going to get this deck first. I'm jumping the gun. All right, what else does the wonderful soul watching right now for group 3 need to hear right now? Oh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. Okay. We have here Jade with wellness. So the recovery of health and wellness is here. What were we just saying about all this healing? Specifically, anything that is ancestral or genetic. You're healing a lot of the genetic codes within you, and just this beautiful high vibrational light that's pouring onto this planet through our sun and just from kind of unknown sources as well is really helping heal the DNA of the human, and even ancestral stuff. It's coming up from the depths of the sea to the surface, so we can do a lot of examining and healing and clearing of these things that just don't need to be there anymore. Energetically, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, we're cleaning house. And 6th house, Virgos, not all Virgos, but a Virgo in their dignity is just very, very cleanly and just clean and neat and organized. So you might be cleansing your body, your physical space, your aura, and doing a lot of healing to clear out and make room for something new and wonderful. We also have fluorite with natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. So yes, I really love this message as well, because a lot of times we, especially with beauty trends and everything, one of the things that's kind of come to my attention, I don't follow any of the Kardashians or Real Housewives or, any of that mainstream kind of what we would call trash TV or reality TV. I don't watch any of that or have any care or desire to watch any of that, but they're kind of showing me a Kim Kardashian coming forward, where for a while it was the big butt, the big hips, the big boobs, and the tiny waist was her thing. And now all of a sudden she's lost all this weight and she looks way different, and now it's a completely different body type than she was rocking before, which I think both body types are beautiful and have their place in the sun, but sometimes when we're one person, that's almost inachievable or unachievable for us financially, because I'm sure she's had to spend a lot of money to help shape her and get her into that. If it was all just naturally done, she had to work really hard, maybe with a trainer or something. But if there was some sort of, surgery or something involved to get her, either the bigger body type or the smaller body type, whatever it was, she had a lot more help than what it might look like. You might think, wow, she's effortless, she's flawless, and maybe you think completely opposite, like, ew, I would never do that to myself. Whatever your thoughts are. I don't have any thoughts either way on Kim Kardashian. Let her do what she wants to do. But what I don't like is the influence that she has on, young girls and boys and just people that think that, well, I can't be like this, I have to be like this. And it's not just Kim Kardashian, that's just what Spirit was showing me. So if you've really had some body issues, they're showing me like body dysmorphia, EDs, I don't want to say the word because that could be triggers for the algorithm, these words, you might be healing some of this. That's really what's coming up, is if you've dealt with these body issues, body image issues, you might be doing a lot of healing in this regard with the physical body, but also mentally. I'm seeing a lot of, mental and that inner beauty coming through and really shining in the external world. All right, let's get one more message for our wonderful group 3, and it's right here. Perseverance. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. So if you feel the odds are stacked against you, or wow, how am I ever going to cover all of this ocean, with the uncharted sea here? How am I ever going to cover the depths of this ocean? You don't have to do it all in one lifetime. That's the reminder coming through, is just to do your best, do as much as you can when you can, and take rest when you can as well, because it's not all about just work all the time, healing, growing, all the time. Sometimes we also need that dormancy or that time to just, really root ourselves and just catch our breath a bit. So it's again about finding the balance with the Temperance card between going, growing, and healing, and doing all this inner work, but also balancing that out with the external work, and also just vibing, hanging out, not pushing too much to accomplish everything, and really finding a nice balance. But I think most of you are just kind of in this phase of life, or you're coming into right now a phase of life where you're wanting to really move forward with this Perseverance card, because the motivation to keep going is there, especially if you feel the odds are stacked against you. You have the motivation to keep going just to see what happens. All right, group 3, that is your message. I hope it resonated with you. Please feel free to let me know below any stories you want to share, any thoughts in the comments. I love to hear and read your comments. I don't hear your comments. I read your comments, but it's almost like I can hear them in your beautiful voices when I read the comments, and it just warms my heart to know that you guys get something out of these readings. So let me know below if that's the case for you. And as always, thanks again so much for your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and your donations. I can't say enough about those who have been sending the donations. You really are what's keeping this channel going, so I thank you so much for that. And I really truly do hope to see you, group 3, right here back at Harmony Portal Tarot. All right, you guys, bye.